Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor's channel. We're looking at XRP, not only XRP, but Bitcoin, crypto, the whole industry, because we're looking at the new executive order strengthening Americans' leadership in digital financial technology. So it is a big day for the crypto industry. This is the new executive order that has come through from the Trump administration. We're going to be unpacking it. We're going to be looking into it. We're going to be analyzing it. We're going to be seeing what that means for the cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and XRP. We're going to be doing a full technical on Bitcoin and XRP because remember, Bitcoin, where Bitcoin goes does ultimately let us know where XRP goes. XRP is not the #1 cryptocurrency yet, so we do have to look into Bitcoin as well to give us an indication on where XRP can go this cycle. We'll also be looking at if this major breakout is going to continue and if we're going to break all-time highs and our specific targets. So we're going to be doing a full technical, fundamental analysis while looking into also what AI thinks about this this order as well. So thank you all for tuning in. If you do like XRP, if you do like what Trump's doing for the crypto industry, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so before. Okay, so let's first look at what XRP has done technically, so we can look at the price projections for XRP. Remember, I just want to make something clear before we even start talking about support, resistance, technicals, or anything like that. Anything I say during this video, please do not take as financial advice. Do not buy because of what I said. Do not sell because of what I said. Make your own decisions. Do your own research. I'm only here telling you what I'm doing with my money, trying to educate you a bit about how market cycles work. But ultimately, this is for entertainment purposes. This is just pure entertainment, nothing to do with financial advice. So do not take anything I'm saying as advice. So we initially had that big move to the upside. That was phase one, I like to call it. I think we have normally 2 or 3 phases within a crypto bull run. This phase happened because Bitcoin hit a Bitcoin dominance of 60%. We've explored that in previous videos, so I won't bore you with that. But what I'm going to say though is that is one phase. That is, if you weren't in here, you're not going to see gains. You're not going to see another 10, 15, 20x on XRP. If you were in at 30 cents, you've already seen a 10x. You've already seen a 10x, so a 20x, a 30x is possible. But if you're looking at buying XRP, excuse me, today and expecting a 10x, you're looking at the wrong coin. You probably, most likely, will not see a 10x, and you're probably looking at losing money. Do I think XRP ultimately will 10x from here? Yes, but not this cycle. You will be waiting a long time, in my opinion. But do I think there's more upside for XRP? Yes, I do. So I think we've had our first phase. We had that accumulation. We had 4 successful trades within this, saving ourselves 30% on the downside, going up 30%, going up 30%, accumulating throughout this sideways action, taking our initial, but then accumulating more XRP during this area. So I'm very happy with how we performed during this accumulation. Then we had that ultimate breakout where we broke out of this bull flag, this bull pennant, broke out, ultimately had that retest at $2.38. Not only was it a level of horizontal support, it was a level of diagonal support on the bull pennant. And then we've had, we're entering our second phase, I'd like to call it. I would like to believe this is our second phase, where we are looking to break out of all-time highs, and as soon as we break out of all-time highs, I think this is where we see something similar to what we've seen before, where we've gone up, consolidated. I'm looking at another move quite similar to what's happened here to happen again as our second and maybe final move for XRP. So we'll have to look into it. There might be another third one, but I am confident there will be a second. I'm not as confident that there will be a third phase, but I am confident there'll be a second phase. Remember, this is the year after the halvening. The year after the halvening, what happens the year after the halvening? That is the year where you see the most gains, and we are 2025. I think the bull market will finish in 2025. I think the bull market will continue in 2025, but by the end of 25, at some point in the year of 2025, we will see the top of the cycle for Bitcoin, XRP, and altcoins. So this is when we have to start being vigilant. This is when we have to start taking control of our emotions, and really start to take our capital out. In my opinion, again, not financial advice, but what I'm going to be doing is probably selling out most of my position, because I don't want to wait another 4 years of going down 80% and sideways. I will buy back in the bear market. Even if I don't catch the top, I will ladder out. So that comes on to my exit strategy, and then we'll move on to what this executive order means. So big move to the upside, consolidation, and then I think we're on another one of these moves to the upside. What happened previously when we went up, we consolidated, we went up, we consolidated, and then we went up. So within this move, we're on our first consolidation. So I think ultimately in the next couple of days, the next few weeks, we'll break up to out of all-time highs. When we break all-time highs, I think we'll go on a big move to the upside to our first target. And this is the first target I'll be selling out and not buying back, I think. Most likely, by the time we hit $5.30, 50% of my profits would have been taken. So $4.70, $5.30 are areas where I'm looking to take profits, significant profits. That's the 2618 and the 1618. Where is that from now? That is about a 50 to 70% move to the upside. Then I'll be waiting and taking 10% out at 637, 741, $8.51, another 10%. And $11 and $13. There is no guarantee we'll get to any of these points, but I am more confident we'll get to $4 to $5. I am not as confident we'll get to $10 and beyond. And there are price targets of $30, $40, $50, $100 this cycle. I'm not confident any of those will be reached. I want to be much more realistic, and the fact that I've got such a great entry point at 30 to 40 cents, I do not need to wait any longer. I can be taking my profits here. A 10x in 6 months is great, but I am waiting for a little bit longer. I just want to give the warning out there that if you're seeing $1,000, $100, $50, $30 targets on XRP, that they are unlikely. The market cap of XRP would surpass Bitcoin's. So be very careful. We have already seen very good gains on XRP. There is nothing wrong with taking profits. Another warning I want to give out there: during a bull market, at any point you might see a liquidation flush. What does that entail? That entails when everyone's super bullish, everyone's so long, there's so much leverage, a piece of bad news comes out, Bitcoin creates 20 to 30%, which we've seen in previous bull runs, and then the altcoin market crashes 50%. So if you're not prepared for a 50% crash, do not be invested, because you'll get a 50% crash, whether it's in the bull market with a liquidation or in a bear market. So it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's when. A 50% correction can happen in the bull market if there's a liquidation wick, but it will definitely happen in the bear market, in my opinion. So that's XRP. I am still bullish. We are in a level of consolidation. I am expecting it to go to $4 to $5 within the next 6 months. But more likely, I do see if the breakout from the all-time high occurs, I do see it going there within 2 to 3 weeks as well. It doesn't have to be a long-term process. Normally when XRP moves, it moves quite quickly. So you have to be prepared for all scenarios. Be prepared for it to take 6 months, be prepared for it to take 2 weeks, be prepared for it to go down 50%, be prepared for an 80% crash in the bear market, be prepared for this to go to $10. Be prepared for every single outcome. Don't just think it's going to go up only. Don't think it's going to go down only. Don't think you need to be prepared for every scenario. Some of you might be like, well, you're saying anything can happen. But I'm not. I'm saying you need to be prepared for every outcome, because this is a roller coaster. Cryptocurrencies in a bull market, there is a roller coaster going on with your emotions. You will get emotional, you will FOMO in, you will FOMO out, you will not be prepared for what's to come. If you've never been in a crypto cycle before, your emotions are all over the place. You have sleepless nights. You have days where you're so upset because your portfolio's gone down 50%. You have days where you're showing everyone your portfolio because you think you're the best trader in the world because your portfolio is up 200%, 100% in a week. There is going to be a lot of emotions, and right now, while it's consolidating and going sideways and you think it's boring, this is the time to be creating yourself a strategy to get out, to take your profits, to just have a strategy in place. So it is going to get hectic. So the best thing to do is get a strategy in place. Yes, all of this is good news. The Trump executive order, but we need to remember there is a 4-year cycle in crypto. There is in every single market there is a cycle where you have euphoria, you peak, and then you come back down ultimately to create a new base and to continue going up. This is great news for the long-term longevity of crypto, but it doesn't mean you won't top out for a bull cycle this year. So let's get on to what's actually happened today, which is good news for the longevity of crypto, the long-term aspects of crypto, the short-term price action for this year as well. I think this will fade away in the next couple of years, when we might see a recession or something occur in the markets, where we might see a cool down. But let's just see what's happened today.
It is.
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
So this is him signing the order.
All right, David, that's for you.
Thanks, sir.
You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but they're going to make a lot of money for the country.
Thank you, sir.
And so is David. It is.
Going to make a lot of money for the country. So that is him signing the Bitcoin and crypto executive order. So what is the order? Here it is. If you are enjoying the video so far, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so before. We do have the Martyn Lucas shop now. There is XRP merch. If you want to support the show, the free way of doing it is hitting the like button, subscribing. We appreciate everyone who does that. You can become a member, but we also have a way where you can buy some XRP merch. This is licensed XRP logo as well. So there's two sizes. They're both very big. I've actually got, should we do a quick unboxing if you're watching the video? Here we go. Look at this. There it is. The XRP to the moon mug. It's got my logo, it's got Martyn's logo, it's got the licensed logos. Let me put that there. That's a large, you can see the difference between a smaller mug, a normal size mug, and a big mug. That's a 15-ounce mug. That's the normal mug. There is also, doing a live unboxing here during the video, so do stick around. We'll go back to the video in a second, but this is the latte mug as well. If you prefer a latte mug, it is a bit bigger. Looks like that. Bring it up to the camera. Got the logos. If you do want to support the channel, you can grab one of these mugs. You can then post a picture of it on Discord, and then you'll be upgraded as well to Discord, where we have a special channel for the exclusive merch members. So I'll give you the link. It will be up here if you're watching the video right now. You can click on that. I'll give you the link if you're watching live as well. We are making this video during a live chat. But let's get back to the executive order. If you do buy a mug, do let me know in the comment section, and we'll have a special prize for you as well. If you can't buy a mug, if you don't want to buy a mug, hit the like button, subscribe. So here is the official order: strengthening America's leadership in digital financial technology. We're not going to read the whole thing because it's very long. But here are the key points. I'll try and summarize. Actually, we can get AI to summarize this. So let me just show you this. This is Amadeo Peter saying, here are the details. The executive order establishes the Presidential Working Group on Digital Asset Markets to strengthen US leadership in digital finance. So that's what Trump really wants, is they want to be the leader in this industry. They don't want any other country leading. They might as well be the leaders. Crypto is going to be here whether they like it or not. It's decentralized. They might as well be the leaders. That's the approach they're taking. That's the approach they should have taken a long time ago. That's the approach that Gary Gensler didn't want to take. That's the approach that caused XRP to be in an unlawful lawsuit, where it was regulation by enforcement rather than just having a set of rules to be able to follow. Remember, Ripple always wanted to follow the rules, but the SEC made it very hard, and it stifled innovation in the US. So that's very key, US to be the leader. The working group will be, there's going to be a working group, and they will be tasked with developing a federal regulatory framework governing digital assets, including stablecoins, and evaluating the creation of a strategic national digital assets stockpile. So this is key. This is probably the one that everyone's very bullish on. This is the one that everyone's talking about, the national digital asset stockpile. That is going to be bullish. Remember that the US government actually holds quite a bit of Bitcoin through seizures. So instead of selling it and causing a dump on the market, I imagine they will be holding that now as part of the stockpile. It is a very wise idea to start building a stockpile before more of the population hold it. I think the percentage of the portfolio that population that actually hold cryptocurrencies right now is around 7%. So we are still very early. Even though price of Bitcoin is over 100,000, they are actually still early. And for a government to adopt it, I think it is a wise decision. But what's also important in this point is what you're seeing is a regulatory framework. Remember, the crypto industry wants a regulatory framework. Ripple, for example, the company, tried to abide by the law, and they were, but there was never clear regulations in place. We're not against regulations, we just want there to be regulations that we can follow easily. So that will be good to finally get some a framework in place. The working group will be chaired by the White House AI and Crypto CZAR, David Sachs, and include the Secretary of Treasury, the Chairman of the Security and Exchange Commission, and the heads of other relevant departments and agencies. So this is important as well, because it's not only one governing body. There are going to be the heads of different departments giving their voice. So it's not just one SEC taking charge. It is the wider departments all working together to create this regulatory framework. So again, good, nothing bad so far. The White House AI and Crypto CZAR will engage leading experts in digital assets and digital markets to ensure that the actions of the working group are informed by experts beyond the federal government. So not only are we looking at governmental people governing this, we need experts from the industry. We're looking at Brad Garlinghouse here. We're looking at the CEO of Coinbase, whose name's just popped out of my head. We're looking at Chris from crypto.com. We're looking at all different experts within the industry to also have a say in what's going on, which is very important. Remember, those are the ones that are working every day within crypto. The governments don't really know much about how it works, unfortunately, and we've seen that in Congress. The executive order directs departments and agency with identify and making recommendations to a working group on any regulations and other agency actions affecting the digital asset sector that should be reconciled or modified. The executive order prohibits agencies from undertaking any crypto. This is good as well. And the executive order prohibits agencies from undertaking any actions to establish, issue, or promote central bank digital currencies. Remember, this is CBDCs. This is how they gain your control of your money. It's a central bank digital currency, where, for example, if it was COVID times, they would say to you, we will give you a stimulus check of $4,000, but you can only spend it on this. And they can actually regulate how that money is spent. You can only spend it on petrol, or you can't spend your money on meat anymore because we're going to be very climate conscious. So they can control how you spend your money. They can see everything. There is good ways of using CBDCs, lower fees, all that sort of stuff, but there is a lot of control that CBDCs can have, and Trump's blocking it. He doesn't want it. So I think a lot of people will be happy with that. The executive order revokes the previous administration digital assets executive order and the Treasury's Department framework for international engagement on digital assets, which suppressed innovation and undermined US economic liberty and global leadership in digital finance. I think this is directly towards Ripple. I think Brad Garlinghouse had a lot to say about this. Yeah, we can always block the XCN person in the chat. Sorry, that was something for... We're making this during a live show. I was responding to a comment. So this is referring to stifling innovation and stopping the US being global digital leadership in digital finance. That's what the SEC did to Ripple. For 4 years, for 3 years, they have completely ruined its business in the US. 90% of its business was outside the US. It's all investors in XRP have been suppressed for 7 years because of what the SEC done. So this is important because this is what we needed. We needed an executive order to that revokes previous administration digital asset executive order and the Treasury's Department framework for international engagement on digital assets. So that what suppress innovation and undermine US economics. So moving on, I asked ChatGPT, I typed that in. The key points are the executive order supports reasonable growth of digital assets, blockchain technology, and related innovations. Encourages the development of cryptocurrencies like XRP by fostering a supportive regulatory environment. Good, perfect. Protecting public blockchain access, ensure citizens and businesses can use open blockchain networks without unlawful interference, including transacting, mining, and self-custody. So that is all protected, which is good. Dollar-backed stablecoin growth. Remember showing you in here, this is the official from the White House, and that's what I've put in here, and that's what we're seeing here. The dollar-backed stablecoin growth. They specifically mentioned dollar-backed stablecoin growth. Again, this goes back to exactly what Ripple has done with RLUSD, and I think again Brad Garlinghouse had a big say in what's gone on here. Trump wants to support the dollar-backed stablecoins. He wants the US currency to continue being very strong within the world, the strongest currency. And they're going to do that by continuing to support the legitimate, so maybe not USDT, even though there is some links with USDT and Trump, but the legitimate dollar-backed stablecoins while promoting US dollar sovereignty. And we know the best stablecoin is RLUSD, monthly audits, very recognizable company, big name in the space, trustworthy. So I think they are going to support RLUSD. Regulatory clarity. This is all what's within the bill. Key point, mandates clear, technology neutral regulations with transparent decision making. So we want regulatory clarity. That's all we've ever asked for. That's all that Ripple's ever asked for, regulatory clarity. If there was regulatory clarity, Ripple wouldn't be in the situation it was in today. Excuse me. Prohibition of CBDCs, we've already covered that. Positions private blockchain solutions like XRP, Ledger as alternatives for efficient digital payments without the privacy concerns led to CBDCs, so still good for XRP. Revoking previous orders, so it's revoking the previous order we've already spoke about. Formation of digital asset working group. This is going to be a very functional group, and I'm very happy to see a digital asset working group being come in. About the crypto reserve. Recognition of cryptocurrencies as valuable assets. So now we've got a massive government coming in and saying cryptocurrencies are valuable. They are assets that are here to stay. So all those people that say crypto is a scam, well, we finally got evidence of the contrary, and we can finally see that it is not a scam because a massive government is behind it. So we'll start seeing it come across, that will filter out to across the world. We'll start seeing fund managers in the UK, for example, start implementing it. We might see ETFs in the UK. We might start seeing it in pensions around the world. So, so it is making it a legitimate investment. Government-backed confidence, yes. Potential for strategic use. Cryptocurrencies in a national reserve could be used to stabilize markets during crises or to enhance liquidity into international trade. So XRP's utility in cross-border payments makes it a strong candidate for use, aligning with its role as a bridge asset. So there might be a bit more of a role for XRP within that strategic reserve for payments across the world. So that is even more exciting. If the government holds a stockpile of cryptocurrencies, it could affect circulating supply and potentially increase demand. Yes, of course, if they're holding it, they're probably holding it long term. So that's the part the supply will be taken off the markets. So that's the order. And then we can see the SEC's chairman is explicitly listed as member of the president's working group. So the SEC were not complete getting rid of them. Gary Gins is gone. We've got a new SEC head, and he's going to be part of the digital assets market. So again, this is good. I don't see anything too bad I don't see anything bad about the bill. The markets aren't reacting. I'm sure they will start reacting. We already knew that this was coming. I think the markets are trying to digest it, and within a day or two, we'll see them reacting to the upside, in my opinion. XRP can come all the way back down to $2.89, and it'll still be bullish. I am expecting a breakout to all-time highs. We're looking at a Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin's back above 100,000. I think it will start going on its next leg up very shortly if we go to the daily candles on Bitcoin. It's currently at 103,000 with an indecision candle currently. We might get it come back down to maybe 90,000, but what we're looking for is is Bitcoin to go on its next move up. A very reasonable target would be 120,000. I think that is where it's going in the next couple of weeks. Again, always be prepared for all situations. Be prepared for that 50% correction that can come at any time during a bull market. That is always a brilliant place to buy in a bull market, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, but I am looking bullish on the cryptocurrency market within the next month and year. So thank you all for watching. Please do hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Do check out the XRP merch. I'll leave maybe up here, down here, a playlist for you to look at some XRP merch as well. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.